Alright, wives asleep, kids are asleep, let's play some video games. My name is Nat John Smith and today we're playing Timberborn. Welcome back to Beaverome. In the last episode we built this drain here for our Badwater overflow, the Charybdis, after the ancient Greek, I guess, well, leviathan or something like that. We have not yet tested this during a bad tide. Theoretically, the Badwater should drop down here and, you know, vanish inside this maw and then go out of the map over here by this drain. Yeah, well, last episode I asked if this was big enough, you know, impressive enough. There was one comment that it's not big enough, and I guess I agree. I think what we'll do is try to make this bigger, but if that doesn't turn out nice, then I'll leave it as is. We'll see, gotta play around with that. What I also want to do while we're working on this is have the beavers do something else. I want to hopefully finish this mountain range rather sooner than later, so we'll need to do something here. And for that I think we also need to get rid of those trees. Right now our lumber storage is full, so I'm gonna just tell them to remove everything here. We'll rebuild something, I guess, but right now this has to go. Hold on, wrong level. Yeah. Right, because this looks unnatural, and I want this to look, you know, somewhat natural here with this mountain range, which is, as you probably remember, hiding our energy storage giant battery here. Still need to figure out how to hide this over there, but yeah. We'll get to that. So remove everything here. I guess also the storages and the lumberjacks. Not sure about the plank storage. We could maybe use that. I don't know yet. Yeah, what else? I also want to start to work on you know, our food supply. Not that we have food problems, but I want to increase the variety. As you can see, we have more than enough carrots and bread. We are decent with berries, but the rest is really low. I mean, maple pastries are okay-ish, but we are quite low on maple syrup. Although, well, we do have a lot of maple trees, so I'm not sure why. We do have this batch here. This over here. Are those maple trees? Are they set to be cut down? No, they aren't. Oh yeah, I remember. I planted them recently. And then we have this mixed forest here for our tapas shacks with pine trees and maple trees. But yeah, it's kind of still not enough so that our storages aren't full all the time, which means we need more maple trees. And yeah, so I think what we'll do is hide a maple forest underground. If you remember, here in ancient Beaverome, we will have our earth recultivator. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna build that in the last episode of this playthrough. And below this wonder, we have a storage facility. And on the lowest level there is the maple syrup tank. So I guess we'll just dig out an area here for maple trees. Well, I'm just gonna do it. Tunnel on this level, sure. And then we'll just have to make sure that we have, you know, stability. So if this stays stabilized, we can go 3 in every direction. Plus 3 from the other side, right? So I think we should be able to, you know, dig that out if we leave the middle row untouched. How big does this have to be? I have no idea. Let's start with this. We do have an underground carrot farm somewhere over here. Yeah, and did I miscalculate? No. Oh yeah, we need to have this smaller because of the shape of the mountain, but this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then there is the platforms, so my calculations were right for the maple trees down there. Okay, we'll let them dig that. This will take a while, so we'll be back to that a bit later. How are you doing over there? Okay, you're starting to rip out the trees. Actually, triple speed. And now we'll get rid of the roads here, so that I can, you know, shape the mountain a bit more. Not sure. You know what? This is going to be a time lapse. Okay, well, that was weird. Did something change, or why do they not build a staircase while there are beavers underneath it, or bots in that case? I wanted to build the staircase and there was a bot on the same tile and they wouldn't finish it. Weird. Okay, well, I've shaped the mountain here, a very rough shape. We'll maybe refine that later. Now I guess I have to, yeah, I have to redo the path so that I can actually build that. Yeah, let me do that real quickly. Okay, so there's a lot that they won't be able to build, but there is also a lot that they can build from here, and I mean, this mountain shape is more natural than it was before, at least. So we'll come back to that somewhere in the future. Another thing that came to my mind is that we have this not a connection between ancient Greece and ancient Beaverome here. And I think we wanna build more district crossing, well, another district crossing, because this one is, at least on the ancient Beaveroman side, is quite busy. So I'm gonna build down another one over there. Yeah, we should have enough space. Guess I just need to make something like that. Come on, where is it? District crossing. There we go. I guess 10 beavers on the ancient Beaverome side. And 4 bots should maybe be enough on this side. Because over there, this seems to work. At least that's how I think it is, right? Yeah. So we'll see about that. Do we have enough beavers living in ancient Beaverome for that? No, we don't. So more housing is needed. How are we going to do that? Let's see. Maybe over here somewhere. Triple lodge over there. Reuse the existing access. And then for this one, we'll just have stairs. And roof. I think that's okay. We'll probably leave a bit of space here so that the district center is, you know, still visible and still the tallest point here. But I guess we can squeeze in another triple lodge over there. I think that's fine. Stairs up in that case. And I guess this could have another regular lodge on top of it. Like so, and then we could still build the roofs. I think that's okay. Right, now, back to this thing. Do you want to do something before we start working on the Charybdis? Stranded beavers again. This will get sorted by itself as soon as they build the dirt here. High priority on that probably. Well, you'll get pushed to this tile, so you also need stairs. All those dirt blocks here. This is causing quite the lag. But yeah, that'll sort itself out. Also, those stranded bots should be fine in a minute. Yeah, I guess so. Well, you probably also need stairs. There you go. Okay. Let's quickly check on this. Down here, that's looking quite nice. Move this ahead so that they can keep working on this, which will be the, you know, maple forest. We should now be able to safely demolish all of this. Yes. And I think in order to build a forester here, we'll have to dig upwards. So how far will this guy reach? Nah, I'm gonna do that later, once we have this dug out. Never mind. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me pause the game. And another thing that I want to do before the next good tide hits. Okay, we'll be too late for that. We have those good water sources here, or you know, water sources. The Badwater is now from this is pushed out of the map via this thing, and the good water just comes up here and fills this lake. What I want to do is fill this lake instead and have the overflow go into this lake so that we can store more water, which means we want to have a tunnel from those, or a pipe from those good water sources over there. I think I'm gonna start that before we try to change the shape of the Charybdis. So yeah, won't be ready in time for this wet season, but never mind. Forgot about that. So what we want to do is dig over there. This is obviously in the way. Never mind, we'll start with this sluice, make a tunnel over there, and then we'll see what we get. Okay, time-lapse again. Okay, we'll hook up this one, this one, this one, and this one, and I'll care about those two later when we've dealt with the ruins, or never, whatever. So we just need to close this now. Okay, just needed to make sure that everything is closed here. I hope I found every opening. Now impermeable floors to close the pipe from up top. And this will also be impermeable floors. I don't know if I can place them down now. I think I can. They'll need access. Okay, let's see what happens with that. I guess we can unpause again. No idea if... Well, no, they won't be able to build that in time. But yeah, the theory is that we will have the water come out here. Oh, not like this. Hold on. Or something like that. So this will be the spring here. And this will fill up, and then what will overflow, in theory at least. Okay, so let's try to make this Charybdis look more impressive. Well, I think I'm just gonna add a layer around this and probably do it one higher up around this. Then it would, you know, stick out of the water if this lake is full for one tile, but I guess that's okay. We'll just see how it looks. I'm gonna play around in time-lapse and we'll see how it looks. Not sure if that makes it too much of a, you know, giant blocky thing. Maybe from further away. Hold on. I don't know. What do you think, guys? I try to, you know, play around with an asymmetrical shape now, but this looks also weird. I mean, I can't really have it go, you know, like half closed on one side, you know, like a worm that's coming diagonally out of the water or something. Let me try something again. What do we think about this now? Is this now a mall that's, you know, on the brink of closing on one side? You know, more or less a lip going up here. Not sure about the floodgates. That I just thought it would be nice if I could have water drain through this, and I need a floodgate to control the amount of water that can go in. That, you know, can run down the mall. Maybe the floodgates aren't nice. Aren't nice looking. Regular levees. Okay, guys, I need your help again. Like this, or like we had before, you know, remove the topmost layer here now, this one, and just have the ring be symmetrical like this on the other side as well. Or even like we had at the start of the episode and get rid of the outer ring at all. So, like so. This is a bit small now compared to this. I'll have them build that and then we'll see. Can you even build everything? You probably can't. Huge amount of scaffolding needed. Great. Oh, you know what? Started to build this thing down here, you know, irrigation pond or something. Then I have to dynamite one layer higher in order to build the forester. But I just found out I also need to dynamite one bit higher for trees. So, because for example, dandelion, that would work. Can't plant trees here. So, rebuild all the platforms. Great. And tunnel, more tunnels. So I guess everything here, everything that I can tunnel in this. No, not everything. That's too much. No, no, no. It's one. Hold on. 6 down from here because this is the way to go. Yeah. And also not that far over there, right? Yeah. If that's correct. Okay, something like this. 1, 2, 3. Why can I not? Oh, because this... Okay, we don't need to dynamite there. Okay, that's perfectly fine. We can already, I think... No, we cannot yet remove those. Whatever, let's have them build that and we'll be right back once they've done that. Scaffolding is done here for our... what's it called? Charybdis? And how are we coming along with the freshwater connection? Yep, that's looking good. Just a bit more to go, guys. What about the mountain range? Whoop. Okay, that's coming along. Stranded bots again. Great. Yeah, I'm gonna rescue them. Okay, and yeah, we'll be right back. Okay, great. Underground forest, worst idea ever. Tree needs a height of 3, as I now found out. So we'll have to dig an even bigger hole down there. Yeah, okay, well. I guess that's just how it is. And the forester needs a height of 4. Oh, great. Never gonna do that again. So hold on. This is now a height of 3 here. Okay. Okay, this should now be enough for our forester. Let's see if I'm correct here. Demolish this. And build a forester. Yeah, thank you. Not that we need that right away, because we still have a whole lot of dynamiting to do. But okay, we'll get there. We will get there. In the meantime, this connection is almost finished. And our Charybdis is also finished, so we can demolish the scaffolding. And have a look at it. Yeah, don't know. Come on. Yeah, tell me what you think. I'm not sure. I think those bits have to go. This, you know, the upmost layer here, which makes it asymmetrical, so that it looks like it's closing its mouth over here, or its maw. But tell me what you think. I think making it bigger was a good idea, but this asymmetrical thing here, I don't really like it. Comparison picture maybe again. Yeah, please write a comment down below. I'm eager to read it. And I'll wait now till they have done the rest here before we, well, you know, the connection for the good water, before we'll call it the end of the episode. Oh, hold on. Maybe we'll wait for, yeah, sure. We'll wait for the good tide to see the spring in action, and I think I will open this so that we can see the water drop in the maw, because we didn't have a bad tide since having built the Charybdis. And I guess we want to see water dropping down there. Yeah, so be right back. And this connection is done. So in 2.6 days, we'll hopefully see the good water being pushed over there. Well, we'll have to close this bit here. Rest should be closed. As I said, we have two well, good water sources here that are left, and where the water will go in this lake, but the rest should flow over there and then overflow over here into this lake, at least in theory. Okay, now we should be able to test if I can plant a tree here. This is now 3 tiles high. Maple tree goes here. Yes, perfect. Okay, so yeah, we'll probably not finish this in this episode, but theoretically this will be dug out till up here. And as soon as everything's planted, this forester will get replaced with a tapis shack. And everything here is irrigated. Yes, it is. Okay, perfect. So, well, that'll take a bit, but we'll get there. Okay, dry season has ended. Let's have a look at our good water situation over here. Come on. Down, go down. This should theoretically move and be pumped. Is this moving? It looks like it's moving. It is moving, right? Yes. Yep. Moving, moving. I'm building a sluice here so that the water can only go in one direction. And then it should be pressed out of here, which it does. Very nice. Okay, let's see if we're getting the desired effect. Well, okay. So the well, the wet season was too short to fill this lake up, and so that we would get the overflow. Was a bit too short. I guess since this won't dry up completely during this bad tide, we'll probably see that in the next wet season overflowing. So yeah, okay, have to postpone that. But we should be able to wait a little bit longer for the Badwater to drop here, and then we should see Badwater drop down the Charybdis. Hopefully, that is. So let's wait a little bit. Flooded buildings. No. How? What? Oh. Oh, that's not good. Water has never been this high in this lake, so... Okay, we have a flooding situation here. That's bad. Yeah, this needs to be sorted. I need to remove those two things and build levees here. So that this is closed, and then we'll probably have to tunnel through this. Yeah, now that we have tunnels, that's not a big deal. Before, this would have been a pain. I mean, they somehow need to access the tunnel. Which is a whole other problem. Probably from up here, and then we'll have to dig, you know, close it again. Okay, well, I'll fix this. Now we can see the Badwater dropping down. Hold on, let me pause. Actually, no, regular speed. The Badwater dropping down the Charybdis. It's not as impressive as I thought it would be, to be honest. Come on. Maybe because this thing is now bigger than what we had in the beginning. Maybe I'll need to widen this somehow. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Is this now underwhelming? And still, is this looking weird? I mean, if I go down here, we should be able to see this as it would look without this weird lip thing. Oh no, not really. And this without the outer layer is as it was before. I'm unsure. I really need your opinion on this, your comments on this. I mean, it's functional at least. Badwater is removed from the map, so... And this also looks quite okay. Still have to do a little bit of decorating here, but I'll wait till we have decided what this is going to look like in the end. Yeah, also, did you manage to close that here? Oh, this can't be reached. Okay. Okay, power is connected again. And I think I'm gonna... I'll remove this bit and place dirt here again. So everything should be perfectly sealed. Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait a little bit till this dries up on its own, but that's just how it is now. We do have a lot of bad water, so not a big deal, just have to wait. Okay. Yeah, I didn't notice that we'll get water in here, into this structure, and then that this flooding would happen. Well, never mind. Okay, let's call this the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. As always, feel free to like and subscribe. And by the way, thank you so much. We now have reached over 1,000 subscribers. I'm really happy about that. Never thought that this would happen. That's really awesome. And yeah, as I said, please write a comment down below what you think about this thing. And I will see you in the next episode. Until then, have a good one. Bye bye.